Hello and welcome to the Six All Kinds podcast, episode 256. We were recording this on Friday, March 13th. You'll be hearing this on Tuesday, March 17th.
Shit, I was supposed to shake this.
Oh my god.
Oh, much better.
Oh, there it is. Okay. You know, that's the crazy thing about drinking some of these drinks that are carbonated. The drink that are carbonated.
Randy Newman. Newman's here to tell us about
one of my
drinks.
favorite things about carbonated drinks is that you have to shake them up and then you open them and they go pop.
I'm a really big fan of kombucha, but whenever you drink kombucha, you always gotta shake it up. And it's a problem because it leaves real chunks in there of fermented stuff in kombucha.
Thank you, Randy Newman.
anytime. I always have to take every time I do it. Whenever we're on Discord,
Yeah.
I always have to hear myself. It's like the only thing I have to like hear myself to do it right. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like me with that's like me with my Donald Trump. I like have to hear it. If I do it, I get, and if I have headphones on or anything like that, I just can't do it the same.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because it's like you don't get the same. You don't get the.
It doesn't feel the same.
You don't get the oomph. Where's the oomph?
Where's
Carson,
that?
how the heck are you doing?
Still, this doesn't taste right.
You got to.
I don't know how it's supposed to taste.
How am I supposed to take it?
How do I
Orally,
take this?
Rectally.
It tastes the same, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Well, yeah, probably.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's not super sugary. What did you say? How am I? What is it?
Yeah.
What am I?
What are you doing, Carson?
Before the show, we were talking about how tired you were. You've been up since 5, and then you just blast. That's all his energy right there.
That's it. All
I
gone.
was gonna be like this for the rest of the show. I am doing good. I am doing good. I should have pulled up a noise to wake you up. I am doing good, but I woke up. I had a horrible. I'm doing good, but I had a horrible thing happen this morning, and it's not the first time, and it happens way more often than I would like it to. Well, first of all, this isn't the bad thing. This is actually the good part. I'll give you the good news first.
Oh, okay.
I wake up. I've been waking up 15 to 2 minutes before my alarm, like almost every day, which is great because then I don't have to stress about waking up to my alarm because Lord knows I have issues with that.
Hey, you and me both, pal. Hey, you and me both, my friend.
Listen, my friend, you are not alone. So that's been nice. So I woke up about 15 minutes before my alarm this morning, and I was like half asleep, and I knew exactly what just happened. And now I know how it happens. And what happened is I rolled over in bed, and my left heel hit the back, hit my calf, like the back of my calf. And as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, here we go. And it was horrible Charlie horse. Like, whenever you would hit your friend, what is that called when you like punch your friend and it makes them cramp up? You know what I'm talking about? You weren't really a hitter whenever you were a kid.
No, I don't hit people, Carson.
It's called something. I can't remember what it's called, but you when someone's like tensed up, you punch the back of their calf and it gives them a Charlie horse. So I did that to myself. And I had to I sprung up out of bed because I don't know what to do when you get a Charlie horse. Like, I just don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to straighten my leg out, keep it bent. I don't know. I just panic. That's all I can do is just panic. So I sprung up out of bed like Tom, and I was just like, fuck, and then it finally went away. But because I was in so much pain and I think I got up so quickly, then for the next hour, I felt like I was going to puke. So that was really cool. So that happened today. So that's where my head's at. And then the other horrible news, since you asked, a couple nights ago, before I went to bed, I won't get into the details, but I was in the restroom and I think it was either pre or post pee. It was pre. I think it was pre-pee. Pre-pee.
Pre-pee.
And my phone.
It was pre-pee.
It was pre-pee. It was real creepy pre-pee. My phone was on the sink, whatever that's called, the vanity.
The vanity.
The vanity. Which is next to the toilet, right next to the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Humble brag. Mm-hmm. And
right next to it is not really that much of a brag.
Can we take like 5 minutes? And I don't know what happened. Maybe I was inebriated. Who's to say? And toilet was open. Somehow my hand came in collision with my phone. Dunkaroo. Right in the toilet. Fully submerged into the toilet.
Full of piss.
No piss. This is pre-pee. Remember? This is pre-pee. So no pee had come out yet, but I was getting ready to. No pee-cum. No pee-cum before Christmas. It was pre-pee. Right. And it just fully went under. And it was like this moment of like, it was like slow motion. Cause I just I can't like reach out and grab it. Like I can't, right. I just kind of have to let it happen. And so it just like goes fully under and I'm like, huh? And then I reach my hand under and pull it out. And then I'm like, and I just ran it under the sink water. Not like this, not like the important parts. I just like ran it under and then I went and threw it in some rice. I don't even know if that does anything. I've never had to do that before. Meanwhile, I have my AirPods in and like nothing's cutting out and it like seemed like the phone was fine. So I sprayed some disinfectant on it, cleaned it up. Still okay. Did you catch a fly?
IP68.
IP68, baby. So that's.
I wish I was kidding, but.
Is that what it is? It's.
Yeah, it's allowed to be. It's dust and water resistant. It's allowed to be submerged into water up to like 5 feet.
Really?
Yes.
That's giving me some ideas.
Well, you can't film. You can't film underwater. I mean, like,
see,
I guess
this is
you
the
could,
thing. It's like, well, you can fully
risk.
submerge it, and then it's like, you can't put it underwater. Are you stupid?
Yeah. It's like you can't do it for more than like it's rated for a certain amount of time. So if you really take a second and you start timing,
like how long? If you had to guesstimate,
5 minutes.
Oh, I don't last that long.
I know.
So my phone was fine. I tested the speakers. Speakers are fine. Everything works great.
Yeah.
So this is, listen,
IP68.
Apple. This is what is this, a 12? I think it's a 12.
12, 13.
Pretty sure it's a 12. Maybe it is a 13.
Sure. Yeah.
It's not the newest one, but you can fully put this in your toilet and it'll be fine. It'll be great.
You can piss all over it if you want to.
I didn't pee on it. This was pre-pee. So that's how my week's been. Gavin, how are you doing?
Man,
besides tired.
Besides doggone tired. So one of the reasons why I'm so doggone tired today is because I went to a stand-up comedy show.
I've never seen you do
last
that
night.
Last night, not
last
tonight.
Night I went to an open mic stand-up comedy show.
How was your set?
And, I did not do a set, but I was, how do you say, very motivated to come up with my own bits. I will not be debuting them on the show. You do have to come watch me in person to do them.
Do you want to do your plugs now?
No, I don't know where I will be. But it was a great time. It was funny because I was kind of, I don't know. I respect the art of stand-up comedy.
You've always
for professionals who like have done it for 20 plus years or more, 20 years or more, I guess.
Like,
and
I was just saying, like Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, Gabriel Iglesias.
Fluffy, as he's known on the street.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse.
Right.
He was my favorite Star Wars character. Continue.
Yes, yes. And I was kind of shit talking it. I was like, I will maybe stay for a couple sets and then we'll go. Because I'm like, it's a comedy open mic night. You know,
I would feel the same way. Yeah.
And it was, we stayed the entire we stayed the entire 2 hours.
Wow.
To watch it. Yeah. Every comic had 3 minutes to do their set. And I had a great time. I laughed really hard. Probably laughed too hard at some jokes I should not have been laughing as hard at, but I did.
Sure.
You know, that's what you do at those comedy shows. Yeah. And yeah, it was a really good time. It was really unforgettable. I will never forget that night, mainly just because it was like, no, well, I got stuff to do tomorrow. Like we really shouldn't stay the whole time. And then it was like, they just kept coming on, and I'm like, let's hear the jokes. Like, let's hear it.
That's the best.
And so, yeah, I would say, I think every single person I laughed at least one joke.
Was there anybody that really fucking bombed bad?
No one really bombed that bad.
Good.
It was almost like there was one person who was like almost bombing intentionally. Like,
okay,
it was almost like an intentional, like it, you know, like I feel like we've gotten to that point in stand up that allow me to
tell me about comedy. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah. So I think we've gotten to a point in comedy of stand up comedy where, there's a subgroup of stand-up comedy where they intentionally try to bomb.
Yeah.
And so like there was one guy who was very intentionally trying to bomb. And it was funny because he was trying to bomb so hard.
Yeah.
Like his shit was not funny.
Yeah.
But it was funny because he was not funny.
Yeah. I mean, that's
there was another girl who was doing that too. And it was like she would just move on to the next joke if she didn't get a laugh.
Yeah.
And it was really funny in that manner.
That I mean, that's like Tim's green shirt, leather jacket guy.
Right.
That's like a lot of what Kyle Mooney does. Like, yeah, it's very, that's very much like our generation, and then like creeping into millennial kind of humor.
And there was definitely a person who, I won't say ripped off, but I'll say was inspired by Tim Robinson. There was one bit that was directly like inspired by Tim Robinson, which was funny. It was funny because it was exactly my humor. But there was one joke that was like, she was like talking to an old man, and he had like a really long eyebrow, and she like pulled it, and he was like 101 years old, and he turned into dust and died after he talked about how much he wanted to die. And it was really funny. That was one of the jokes. I was like, everybody, like a couple of my friends looked over at me. They're like, that was a Gavin joke. And I'm like, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was a Gavin joke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good time. I had a really good time. And on the topic of sleep, I had an awful dream. I participated in a CPR code this week. If there's anybody who's maybe a long time listener of the show, maybe you remember I recalled talking about passing out way back when. I think 2 years ago.
Yes.
Maybe 3 years ago.
That sounds about right.
2 years ago, I think. But I did pass out in a patient room, and we weren't even doing anything crazy. And so to go from that to being a part of a code where someone is in the throes of needing resuscitation, I was there, and I was pumped up. So that was interesting. That was so it ended up affecting my sleep, because first time ever doing that. And I had an awful dream last night where I had to do CPR on one of our pharmacists that I know at the hospital. So that was really cool.
That's awesome. You love a good medical dream.
Yeah, no, and I think a lot of people underestimate that. I think a lot of people are like, you know what, I won't overthink this.
Yeah, I just love getting to bed, curl up in the bed, and be like, finally, the day is done.
Right.
And then next thing you know, feels like 5 minutes go by, and you're just in hell.
And there's nothing you can do to get out.
Yeah, you cannot get out of it. And
it
you're
just
like,
keeps fucking going.
Yeah, and and most of the time you're like, it's not real, but it's so real.
It's so visceral too. Like it was just like,
yeah.
I remember. It's crazy because I remember in the dream it was like, am I supposed to do this now? And it was like, well, I guess I got to.
Yeah.
It was awful.
That's horrible. I'm very sorry to hear that.
Well, that might be a reason why I'm so tired. It's because I'm just such a caring person, Carson.
You're such a klutz.
Yeah, and I stumble into a lot of really shitty situations
On purpose sometimes.
Yeah, I go, it's literally like, and
was there anything else you were gonna say? I feel like
no.
I'm jumping ahead a little bit here, and then we'll talk about what we're gonna talk about today. But I feel like this does segue into my thought of the week, which will be the first thing we do here.
Perfect.
Talking about stumbling into shit, and it being your own fault, because I think you'll be fine with me sharing this, and we've probably shared this on the show. But I thought of you this week because there was a situation. There was this situation. There's a situation. It was really bad.
And basically, I thought of you because of how awful you handled it.
No. It's not that bad. You'll be fine with me sharing this, I'm sure. No. A few years, I'm sure we've talked about this.
I would say almost with 100% certainty, if it's a show that if it's something we did together, we probably
talked about it. A few years ago, I can't even remember how many years ago, we went and saw the hit film. What is that? Oh, The Post, the Steven Spielberg
film. That's right. I do remember this.
The Post. You already know where I'm going with this.
I already know where you're going
with our friend Quinn.
Yes.
And after the movie,
that was really worth it, by the way.
Totally worth it. Super glad we went. Man, what a movie! Meryl Streep, huh?
Tom Hanks.
One of Meryl Streep, I would say, is one of the actors of our time, especially in that movie. She's one of them.
She appeared. She
was in it. And after the movie, we were at an AMC back in our hometown, and we went into the elevator in the parking garage to go up to where we were parked on the top floor, humble brag. And I believe it was a couple, came into the elevator. And we might have acknowledged that they were there. Maybe you did. I don't even think I really looked at them, to be honest. But they were talking to each other, not us. I thought it was very clearly, even though I didn't look at them. I just assumed they were talking to each other. But I wouldn't have been able to tell you what the guy said either. It just sounded like a bunch of mumbling, but I was like, it's not for me. It doesn't matter. Or for Quinn or for Gavin. And Gavin just looks at the guy and goes, "What?" So this guy is not talking to him, but Gavin just assumed he was, or was just so baffled by what he said that he needed to hear it again.
Allow me to
please
to tell. I may have said this before,
probably,
and explained it in the same fashion. But they were fairly close to us on the elevator.
Yeah, a small elevator.
Small elevator, but close nonetheless. And so I thought maybe if we were in such close proximity, the conversation would maybe start.
So you thought he was starting a conversation with all of us?
Yes, and all I heard was
yeah,
and that's why I went, "What?"
And what did he say back? I don't even remember what he did. He
no,
just say like?
Thing.
Did he just go like, "Oh, I was talking to her" or something like that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't remember. I just remember getting off the elevator and being like, "Why did you?" I think I remember laughing when you said that because I was like,
we all as soon as they got off the elevator, we held our breath.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they got off, we started laughing really hard.
Yeah, because
you're like, "Why did you do that?" And I'm like, "I thought they were talking to me." And it's true, I did. I actually thought that he was talking to me.
Yeah, I totally.
And it was like, it was one of those things where I hadn't quite perfected the small talk, so to speak.
So you just jump right to what is going on.
Yeah, I'm just.
Which I think is I think that is a totally fine and acceptable thing that you did. If you thought he was talking to you and you're like, "What the fuck is he saying?" Instead of just being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, what did you say?" That's what I would do. You were just like, "What? What did you say?" I can't fucking understand.
It was just like within such close earshot that it was like, there's no way he's not talking to me, right?
But he was there with his girlfriend, who he was probably
I don't care. There's so many times that old men, young women, will see me in the hallway or whatever, and they may be talking with somebody, and then they'll stop what they're doing, and and they'll say like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Yeah, sure.
So it's like, okay, well, I thought it was like one of those situations.
Yeah. But this leads me to my thought of the week, which is exactly that situation. Because so often recently, and this has probably happened my whole life, but like seems to have happened a lot.
You're gonna make me choke.
Sorry, buddy. Oh, there he goes. We're gonna lose him on this one, aren't we? Take another drink. Fuck you. Are you good? Do you need a minute? Do we need to take a second? There he is. He's back. You really choked on that one pretty good. Got him with that one. I'm proud of that. I almost killed him. That would have been nice. So continuing on. For those who can't hear because he's muted, he's absolutely there he is. Absolutely hacking a lung up. Can I just get back to what I was saying? Jesus. Always got to make it about himself.
Go right ahead.
So this thing has been happening to me a lot recently where someone will say something in a way that like seems like they are talking to me.
Oh, really?
Seems like they are talking to me, and I respond, and it turns out they weren't talking to me. And it's happened a lot recently to the point where, Gavin, this is so weird to me. I was at Best Buy picking up a hard drive for files.
A hard drive. This is part of my stand-up bit.
Oh, okay.
Hard drive. That's what I do every day.
And so I was picking up the hard drive at Best Buy, and I was at the pickup counter because it was like an online order pickup. And the lady came up. I can't remember. Something happened where like
He was high during this, by the way.
No, I wasn't. I don't go on.
Dear listener, he was high.
I don't go in public when I'm high. I don't go in public at all. And something happened where, or I think she was like checking. She was checking me out, not like, hey, but like, checking, like scanning the device and stuff like that. Sure. And she was like, looked up and like started talking to someone behind me. And I was like, okay, good. I'm like, you knew that she was talking to someone behind you, so you didn't respond to that. And then I started thinking about that. I was like, man, that happens to me a lot. Like I just had this like internal like thought monologue going of like, man, that happens a lot where I think people will be talking to me and I respond, yada, yada. I'm like thinking this whole thing. Get the hard drive, I'm walking out. And at this Best Buy, they have like a security person, but then like a Best Buy employee like stationed at like the door to exit. Mm-hmm. Yep. I guess just to make sure that no one's stealing anything. Like I don't think they check receipts, but I always like walk by and just kind of look at them just to make sure. Yeah. And so I walked by and I'm looking at them. And one of the Best Buy employees like is standing behind the guy in the seat at the door. Mm-hmm. And I hear him go, oh, hey man, did you need something? And I looked at him and I was like, nah, man, I'm all good. And he's like, oh, I was talking to someone else. And I was like, oh no, I'm good. Thank you. And I was like, I literally was just thinking about how that happens to me all the time. And then it happens again. And I don't think it's always my fault, because I do think like he was walking towards me and saying this as I'm leaving. Right. But he's talking to someone behind me. Of course I'm going to think he's talking to me. But this happens like way too often. I was at a coffee shop, and this one was my fault. This one was just like stupid. I was at a coffee shop and I went to pick up my coffee and I grabbed it, and she was like, thanks for coming in. And I was like, yeah, thank you. Grabbed my coffee, went over and grabbed a straw, went back to that counter to put the straw into my coffee. And then she says, thank you so much. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And then I was like, oh, there's someone else behind me, you fucking idiot. She already said thank you. But I've also had a situation where someone has said thank you to me twice. or like said the same thing to me twice, and then and then I can like tell that they realize they already said that. And
as
I don't
someone
make
who's
any
worked in
deal of
customer
it.
service, I will say that has happened before.
Sure.
Where I'm like, wait, that person was just up here.
Yeah, I was at the grocery store on Sunday, and this guy.
It happened again?
Yes. Well, this was so. I'm like, well, I mean, it did happen.
It's the third time of the week.
This was the opposite. I went up and checked something out. It makes no sense, but at my grocery store, you have to there's a separate area for buying certain things they don't want people to steal. That's like separate from where you check out. So you have to check out when you leave that area.
California, everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of everywhere now, but I went and bought something, and he's like, "Oh, do you have a Rohlf's card?" And I was like, "No." And then I checked out, and I walked out, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to go get something else." Went back in there, went to check out, and he asked me again. He's like, "Do you have a Rohlf's card?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, right. I was just talking to you." And I was like, "You're all good, man. I didn't make a big deal of it." And then when I was at Disney, there was this foreign family. That makes it sound weird, but that were
foreign to me.
Foreign to me. I didn't know where the fuck they were from.
There you go.
It's like they were from Milwaukee or something.
Yeah,
I didn't know they were foreign to me. They were on Rise of the Resistance. We were at the beginning of the ride, and I was standing behind. It was like a big family, big ass family. Damn, it was big. And I was standing behind one of the guys, and he turned around because he thought I was one of his family members to say something to them. And he starts talking. He turns around, looks at me, he goes, and turns back. But I didn't even look at him or make anything of it because I knew exactly what was going on. But
right.
So it happens to everybody. Is what I'm saying. But it's happened to me so much recently, and a lot of it is my fault. And it's just I don't get embarrassed by much, but that is the one thing that I just I just really hate. I just hate it. I just hate when that happens. It sucks because you're just that person wasn't talking to me.
Yeah, I think
it feels very self-centered.
Right. It's well, you must have been paying attention to me.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Oh, me? Yeah.
And I
sure.
talk about how much I fucking hate entitled people all the time.
Right.
But it's just because I'm always in my own fucking little world in my head. And I don't I try not to in certain situations, but it's just I don't want to talk to anybody. Why am I answering more than I should in the first place?
I was going to say, you don't have to. That's the other interesting thing about all of this is that if someone's usually what I do is if I see somebody in the hallway, I just go,
yeah.
It's just the white guy smile, or somebody at the store or whatever. They're like, thanks for coming. I'm like, yep.
Yeah. But that's the other thing is I don't that's fine to say yeah or yep. But I don't want to ignore anybody either is the thing. So that's why my instinct is to always answer instead of think are they talking to me or not? Because I would rather.
It must be your new glasses. They're all clear and shit.
Well, I can see fine.
Yeah. No, I mean your new glasses in that your periphery is just really getting used to it still.
Well, this has been happening for a while. This is months.
I'm just trying to rationalize here. That's all.
Yeah, I don't need your fucking rationalization, dude. Well, I've got this figured out pretty good.
Right. No. Right. You for sure. No, it seems like you're handling it really well.
I'm not. It's not keeping me up at night. It's not.
You haven't overthought this at all.
No, absolutely not.
I think that's the other thing that I feel like I've gotten better about though is realizing that it's that doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. So I'm whenever I was at Walmart last week and I picked up some picture frames. Picked up some picture frames.
Yeah.
Hung up some stuff on my wall.
Looks good.
Finally.
I already told you.
Yeah, thank you. But I wanted to show the audience this.
No, I know.
And I picked up I'm gonna keep the camera like this. I picked up that's right. I picked up these frames, and while I was walking around Walmart, I kept seeing the same people over and over again because I could not find these fucking picture frames for the life of me. And so there was a couple times where I passed him and I was like, where I was just kind of like, well, you've seen me, I've seen you.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm going at all.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you're like, that's the fun part about being in public is that no one gives a fuck. So that's the other thing is that I personally like doing it whenever I go out to eat too. It's we're not going out to eat. I always just kind of grab my food and then call it a day. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would prefer. I don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But I just can't help it, I guess.
Or I just go like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like everybody's got that script. I feel like everybody's got a script that they run, and that's always in my head. Is that it's like, so they're gonna say thank. So you're gonna say they're gonna say this, and you're gonna say, oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. And then they throw
Every
you the
time.
curveball, and then you're like, thanks, mommy loves you.
Yeah, and you too.
See, I don't even really. Yeah, it very rarely happens where I fuck up what I'm saying, but that doesn't embarrass me. Like I could like completely butcher what I was trying to say to someone, and that doesn't bother me. But for some reason, like I call it stealing a response.
Yeah.
Like really like annoys
I'm just trying
me.
to think of a good way that you would even play that off. Like,
Just walk away. That's
well,
what
I was
do.
thinking of like a witty way to make people laugh. It was like,
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like, thinking of something that could like play it off, where it's kind of like,
yeah,
you weren't talking to me.
yeah. Or like, wait, I thought I was the only one in here.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then it's
exactly.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, then they're like, this fucking guy.
This guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'll have a think about that.
Yeah, especially just because it seems like this has happened
Too much.
5 or 6 times in the last month for you.
Too much.
So, in the last month, I'd say that adds up.
I'd like it to never happen again. But it happened right after I was thinking about it happening often. And then it happens.
Carson, there's this crazy concept called manifesting.
Mercury is in retrograde right now.
Mercury is engaged to Venus.
Mm-hmm. Let's get into the episode, guys. This week,
Carson, what have we got on the docket today?
big sperm racing news. I know Gavin's stoked about that. Sperm racing is back with the Sperm Racing World Cup. We're going to dig into that.
Finally!
Plus, we have a whole segment of food news. Lots of news has been going on in the food industry.
And
Lots.
it's been very quiet, and no one said a word.
We got Orson Welles here on the radio. I already did thought of the week. We have a speaking of comedians, we're gonna see if Gavin can name these comedians from a Radio Times cover, one of my favorite reads. And then if we have time, which maybe we won't, maybe I won't even announce it. We have another thing that we may or may not get to. If not, we'll save that for next week when we may or may not be having a special guest on the episode. I don't know, but we hope so.
It's the episode.
Is that Pixies? What was that?
Yeah, I was gonna sing an REM song, but then I just said that's it. It's the end of the world.
Is that REM? Yeah. I need to try and get an REM. It's
No,
never
you
worked
really don't.
for me.
Actually, you don't.
Why not? You don't like REM?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people around here who love REM.
Yeah, I think they're from LA.
I think they're from Seattle.
I was just saying some shit to see if you would buy it.
Let me see if I'm right. Athens, Georgia. Wow, I was way off.
Yeah, see you
Anyway.
would. Yeah, that is some shit that you'd buy into.
All right. Enough about me. Let's talk about spunk. Guys, in case you don't remember, sperm racing was a big thing for us last year because we were like pretty. What was that?
Did you hear that too?
Yeah, was it fireworks or someone drop a bowl?
Well, we'll see where the sirens come from.
Those Iran drones are hitting you instead of me,
I mean, maybe.
which is crazy.
Crazy.
Sperm racing was big for us last year because we were pretty early on it before everyone else jumped on the bandwagon, which is fine. You know, it's interesting news. We even did a more or less live reaction to it. And then I proceeded to watch the whole thing, and it was a horrible mess, disaster. No, it wasn't that. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was just bad to watch.
At the Palladium.
Or was it at the Palladium, or did they move it? I think they had.
No, yeah, it was moved, wasn't it?
Yeah, but maybe it was moved to the Palladium, or maybe I can't remember. It was it moved it moved like the week of, which is funny. But and then we had some like update news where they were like doing it in Texas, but like I couldn't really tell if it was like attached to it or not. But big announcement. I don't even know how this announcement came out. I just saw a TMZ post about it and then went to the sperm racing website. Gavin, 2026 Sperm Racing World Cup. Get ready, my friend. It's coming.
In more ways than one.
Pun intended. Here's the great news, though, Gavin.
Is it real this time?
2026, probably not. 2026, but they're wanting people to apply. So applications are still open. You can apply to be in the Sperm Racing World Cup. In 2026, Sperm Racing will be hosting its first ever World 28 countries to compete for $100,000. Now, that is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but it's like also kind of not.
Kind of nuts.
It is a lot of money, but it's like, I don't know, I guess I'm used to seeing a lot more money.
Especially whenever you're coming around here.
Oh yeah. It just like 100,000 for some reason feels like underwhelming for a World Cup thing. Anyways,
Carson, can you click on the application? Can we see what that looks like?
Yeah, sure. Can I get through some of this other info? I'm just kidding. We can look at it. Okay, here we go. SR World Cup 2026. In late 2026, sperm racing will be... Okay, we already read that. This is your form to enter the qualifier stage. During qualifiers, each country will be represented by one athlete. Well, we're fucked. We're not getting in. One athlete? Wait,
for the whole country?
Also, for qualifiers? So what am I... Wait. To enter the qualifier stage. What am I qualifying for if there's only one person per country? Because usually you would do that to narrow it down.
They have to narrow it down. They have to narrow it down.
But narrow what down?
The sperm racer.
To like each... But
the sperm racer!
But do you get what I'm saying? It's like... I thought this would be to sign up to like whittle down the American guy. But they're saying one person will be in the qualifying stage. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm confused by that. As a result, population-dense countries such as the United States will be significantly more competitive. Okay, well, now I'm just lost. Than smaller or less represented nations. To maximize your chances of qualifying, we encourage applicants to consider representing a lesser-known country, provided they meet eligibility requirements. Selected athletes will advance to the main tournament and represent their country through the 2026 season. Wow.
Wow, this is going to be a seasoning.
The qualifications are you must meet at least one of the following. At least 25% ancestry, one grandparent from the country. One or both parents are from that country. You were born in that country, citizenship or permanent residency, strong cultural/familial connection that can be verified. My family loves going to India. Can I represent India?
Yeah.
Guidelines. Sperm racing is a science-based competitive sport, Gavin. Don't forget that. During the 2026 Sperm Racing World Cup, athletes compete by representing a country. We already know that. Advance through qualifiers, matchups, and tournament rounds that are broadcast and shared publicly. Wouldn't it be broadcasted?
No, broadcast.
Okay. This is not a lottery or a game of chance. Selection and advancement are based on eligibility, performance, availability, and competitive structure. So all the gooners
Spermula 1? Am I crazy? Did I miss that? Hold on. This little clip over here. Swear to God, it says Spermula 1.
I'll bet that. That's probably true. How long until we see that?
Not too long. It's coming up.
Oh.
There it is. Yeah,
Spermula 1.
That's what it says. Okay, cool.
Who can apply? 18 years, Free of sexually transmitted diseases. Sorry, Gavin. Able to provide biological samples in compliance with
Carson.
competitive regulations.
You can't provide those biological samples.
I cannot. Not anymore.
No, he's sterile.
Available to appear in recorded content and competitive coverage. What kind of content? Who cannot apply? Are involved with sperm racing operations anyway, that should be obvious, are attempting to manipulate results, selection, or eligibility, provide false or misleading information. I wanted to click on these other things, but is this going to... Oh, here we go. I don't even... These are just matchups? This isn't...
Yeah, that's what they will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Schedule.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
There it is.
It's a good schedule coming soon. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we already know that. Competitive structure.
There you go. 2 qualifiers, 4 tournament eliminations, 6 finals events, 1 open application, 3 head-to-head matchups, 5 live or recorded events.
So that's it. That's all we know. They're going to just, I guess, do what they did last year, but it's a World Cup.
Yeah, it probably won't air until like if I had to throw my hat in the ring, I'd say August to November 2026.
They're going to need some time. That's why I'm like, it's March and you're just now announcing the 2026 World Cup and applications are open.
World Sperm Cup, some would say.
I would say. It just seems like you need a little bit of time to work that out. But hey, what do I know about sperm? I don't know shit.
Well, you do need time to get the sperm worked out.
If I was competing, but I'm not eligible. I also don't belong to any country.
He's a sovereign citizen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where's the representation for us sovereign citizens? Let's get into some food. I'm getting hungry. Let's get into some food news.
I was about to say.
There is a Philadelphia dip conspiracy. Gavin, we talked about Philly recently with the chicken bone situation.
We did. And where was it that they were stealing the recipes from each other? Was that Minnesota?
Yes.
Yeah.
Minnesota or Wisconsin?
Yeah.
With the sausages, Johnsonville and the other one.
Yeah.
I looked into that. Why did I look into that recently? Oh, because I think they settled or something. Maybe we talked about
probably.
That. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But more food news coming from Philly because restaurants around Philadelphia have been receiving entire pallets of Hell of a Good brand French onion dip for the past month, sometimes mysteriously and without warning. So this is what...
I mean, I wouldn't be complaining.
I wouldn't be either, but I don't know what a French onion dip would taste like. So this is what the pallets look like.
600 tubs.
600 tubs. The restaurants have been all small and fast casual with varying refrigeration capacities. Excuse me. And they have struggled to manage the shipments of nearly 600 pounds of perishable product. Some have, after determining the safety of the product, distributed it to customers as a bonus to their orders. Others discarded it for everyone. Having 600 tubs of French onion dip show up at their doorstep presented a major logistical challenge. So this kind of goes on to explain what I'll show to you. But this woman who owns a cart restaurant in Philly called the Mac Cart was kind of the one that broke this news. And we'll watch a little bit of this clip. It's kind of long and it just kind of says the same thing I already said, but she goes on to
how are you?
Talk about what happened.
Happy almost Friday. I have a bit of a funny story I need to share with you right away because we are in a little bit of a French onion pickle, you could say. Quick backstory. A few weeks ago, I got an email from a company overseas. I don't know if it was Abu Dhabi or somewhere in the Middle East. And they were like, hey, we want to send you 50 to 100 cases of Hell of a Good French onion dip. And I was like, this is weird. But they were like, we've heard of MacMart. We love small business. We want you to give it out to your customers. So I was like, okay, this sounds weird. Like, maybe let's see. Let's email a little. So we emailed back and forth. I've done this before with Maker's Mark. We've done it with pierogies. So technically there was nothing weird about it. But when they named the amount of product they wanted to send me, I got a little weird. I put the entire email in ChatGPT and I was like, is this legitimate? The sender, the phone number, the email. And they were like, halt. don't do it anymore. This is not real. Like, you're going to get scammed. So I was like, all right. So I blocked sender, although the emails kept coming in. So, like, that's another thing. Well, fast forward to 2 weeks. I get a really nice man at the window of the kiosk, and he's like, hi, honey, I have your cases. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he's like, I have 50 cases of French onion dip for you. And I was like, well, how many are to a case? And he was like, there are 12 units per case. And I was like, so you're telling me that I have 600 containers of hell of a good French onion dip? And he was like, I'm telling you, you have 600 packages of hell of a good French onion dip. So, while I have not posted yet about this promotion because it was a surprise to me too, guys, starting tomorrow with every single order, I don't even care if you order a Diet Coke or you come to say hi, you are going to get a container of hell of a good French onion dip. We can put it on your Mac. We could just put the whole thing.
So yeah, so she emailed with them, apparently didn't confirm that she wanted them, and then ended up with 600 containers.
500 cigarettes.
600 containers of French onion dip on the wall.
600 containers of dip. Take one down.
Give it away
out to all of your customers. 599 cases of hell of a good dip on the wall.
So it turns out that she wasn't the only person to get that, and she put out this clip, and I'm not going to play the audio because it's got copyright music, but this kind of like very quickly shows off the saga of what happened. So that's all of them in the car.
Damn, that is a lot.
The company reached out to her. I like how she just puts the number here, but maybe it's a public number. And the other thing, I think it'll mention that at the end. She gives an explanation at the end, but you got a lot of press. And that's how small the card is.
God damn.
So it goes on. All this. Yeah, so then it's kind of like shows that other people were getting it too. Here's another person who got it. You see all that? Like,
God damn.
Everybody got 600 of them for some reason. It goes on, and I'll read the explanation here at the end. So this is kind of the explanation. So she said, from what we were told, Hell of a Good runs promotional campaigns through various marketing agencies. One of those agencies complete a campaign, once these agencies complete a campaign, any leftover promotional product is still the responsibility of the marketing agency to handle rather than return or dispose of it. Those agencies often work with third-party promotional distribution companies whose job it is to find places to send or offload the remaining product. In situations like this, those third-party companies will sometimes ship the product to business and organizations or food service locations they believe would be able to use it. It appears that somewhere along the chain, our business in Philly was selected to receive a shipment of the leftover promotional product. However, we never approved participation in any promotional partnership or product distribution program, only answered an email or two. When we looked into it further, Hell of a Good themselves were also unaware that this shipment had been sent to us. Because the product arrived without any prior authorization or coordination, and because the expiration date on the items was very close, we had no way to confidently verify the product's origin, the handling process, or the... While the product was most likely safe, the responsible decision on our end was to discard it rather than the risk of distributing it or serving food that had not been properly coordinated, approved, or documented through our business, which I think is probably smart.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like it was okay, but like, you don't know how the person who sent it to you is storing it.
Right.
Especially if they're sending like that many to multiple
600 containers
of French onion dip. So that's the first food news. That's like the big one, I would say. I mean, like, actually, probably this next one is maybe the bigger one because this one got more national coverage. But that's our first food news. Our second food news of the day is about David, the protein bar.
I love
company.
getting David in my belly.
I love going to the grocery store, getting a nice bottle of Josh, and getting a couple of Davids.
Exactly.
You
down it with.
You know the Josh, right? You know.
I know Josh. Oh, I know Josh.
Oh, I know Josh.
Oh, I know. I'm familiar. Josh is very familiar with me.
Mm-hmm. You and your girlies and your little wine nights.
My
nose is really itchy. I apologize. This comes from NBC News, of course, one of our favorites. David, protein bar founder, pushes back after lawsuit alleges company undercounted calories. And you're like, what?
How do you do that?
Are you aware of these bars? You've seen them?
I have.
Yeah.
Target has them.
Yeah. I've never had one before.
I haven't had one. But it is one of those, like, there is, like, even whenever it first came out, everybody was like, there is no way that this has, you know, however many grams of protein or whatever, and only that many calories. That's like impossible. They're like, there's no way. Like, this has to be, there's something wrong here. So I think that was also a reason why this whole thing sparked a debate, or sparked an investigation by an independent person. But continue.
Yeah, which came out with some news that was very interesting to me that I didn't know. So a class action lawsuit filed in January alleges that the popular bars have more than 400%. This is NBC's fault. I'm going to read it exactly how it's written. The popular bars have more than 400% more fat and 80% more calories than advertised. I guess that's not too crazy, but it is too many mores. It has prompted a flurry of recent social media posts referring to the film's Queen Bee character, Regina George, talking about Mean Girls, who she eats these bars that she thinks are supposed to make her skinny, but it's someone swapped them out to make her fat, yada, yada. The company's founder, Peter Rohlf, responded to it with a statement on X that said no one is getting Regina Georged. Goes on to say the labels on David protein bars, which come in flavors like fudge brownie, blueberry pie, and pig batter, list 150 calories and 2 grams of fat, which is like bonkers. Because this is like a bar. This is like, picture a protein bar, you got it. But the lawsuit describes independent tests that found the bars to have 268 to 275 calories per serving and 11 to 13.5 grams of fat. The plaintiffs say the discrepancy violates Food and Drug Administration standards, which mandate that the nutrient content of a food item not exceed the declared value by more than 20%. But Rohlf said the plaintiff's testing was flawed. The discrepancy, he said, has to do with an ingredient in David protein bars called, here we go, esterified propoxylated glycerol, or EPG, a modified plant-based fat substitute that moves through the body without getting digested, which sounds horrible. So it's a fat that your body does not digest, but like it makes the bars
esterified propoxylated.
It's a crazy word.
Glycerol.
So it's a fat that you don't digest, but you taste it. So the bars taste really good, but because you're not digesting it, there's like some law, which we'll go on to say that you don't have to cite that. So Rohlf says this is what makes David have 150 calories. It's a special ingredient that allows the food to taste like fat but doesn't have the caloric impact. The laboratory cited the lawsuit. Rohlf said used a device called a bomb calorimeter to calculate calories in David bars. That method includes the calories and non-digestible ingredients, including EPG, in its count, he added. The science is unequivocal. You don't use a bomb calorimeter to measure non-nutritive things. It's very, very basic, Rohlf said. I was trying to see where it says the thing about, EPG has been around since the 80s and it's gone mainstream. The ingredient allows you to actually put less fat grams on the food label itself because it yields 92% less calories than a typical gram of fat would. It's resistant to digestive enzymes, so it's going through your system, but it's not actually digesting. Long story short. But
that's a confusing concept for the everyday consumer, Goodson added.
That's a really good point. We're trying to confuse the everyday consumer. So they don't know what they're eating. And I was like, damn, that's probably really bad. Like, you're not really supposed to eat things your body can't digest. And then I was like, oh, right. We used to like eat rocks, and that's why we have a gallbladder and stuff we don't need now in a pancreas.
Well, you do need a gallbladder. It's an appendix.
We don't need a gallbladder.
Okay.
I checked.
Okay.
I took mine out weeks ago. I was like, Doc, I'm trying to lose weight, but I don't want to do anything about it. Can you just start removing things I don't need?
Right.
He took a kidney, he took a lung, he took the gallbladder.
And then you walk out on stage after a showing of your movie and you go, well, there's not much of me left.
Well, there's not much of me left, really. Just like Elvis John. Now we have some, it's like now and then food news, because now we're going to take a step back in time. I'm going to take you back to 1992, Gavin. Do you remember 1992? How old were you in 1992?
-7.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was -6. That would make us -6, 7. That's for the kids.
You were born in 1998?
Yep.
All right.
This great account on Instagram that I follow called Consumer Time Capsule, which is at Consumer TC, great account, posted this, which is a Barq's promotion from 1992 that you could tell yourself is AI, but I promise you it's not. And it says in big red letters, free Soviet stuff. Barq's has a huge inventory of genuine Soviet stuff. Own a real piece of world history free from Barq's, the root beer company. Look for details on specially marked packages of Barq's root beer. Barq's, the one with the bite. And then it has this Soviet man who I'm sure is someone I would know if I was alive in 1992.
Sure.
Consumer TC says in the post of the description, it says in 1992, Barq's ran a Soviet Union going out of business promotion. They bought a warehouse full of Soviet war medals, patches, buttons, flags, etc., and gave it all away to folks that bought their soda. This has to be a strong contender for the weirdest promo of all time, and I would have to agree. Now, of course, that prompted me to go down a rabbit hole because I had never heard of this, to make sure, A, it was real, and B, if I could find more about this.
Right.
And I stumbled upon maybe one of the best commercials of all time.
Oh my God.
I could not believe this existed. This is the commercial. This is the commercial from 1992 that Barq's put out. I'm assuming on TV. I'm gonna make sure we're in 100% full screen so we get the whole thing. Here we go.
The Soviet Union is out of business, and Gorby's loss is your gain. Barq's Root Beer has acquired a huge inventory of really neat stuff. Authentic Soviet pins, like new Mayday flags, Communist Party papers, and more. They're yours free from Barq's. Look for details on specially marked 12 packs for 2 liters of Barq's Root Beer, the one with bite. This is a once-in-a-lifetime offer, so quit stalling. Pick up Barq's and take a bite out of communism today.
So isn't that the most like insane thing you've ever seen? It's a pretty bonker. Like, I love that energy of that commercial. It's so bonkers in 90s. But it's so weird. It's like, why is Barq's fighting communism?
Right.
It's like, okay, you guys are the root beer's gonna do it? The root beer guys?
Yeah.
So they must have had some sort of like eccentric, weird CEO at the time who was like, yeah, we're going to buy a bunch of Soviet stuff and we're just going to like give it away. Whoever wants it, people will love this.
And love it they did, Carson.
And love it they did, because I had to find some people who actually got some of this stuff, which brought me to what I think has to be one of my favorite new websites. Of course, I'm talking about the World Militaria forum here, of course. I'm sure you're very familiar, Gavin.
Of course, I spend every Friday night on this that we're not recording on this.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's what you've been doing on those Fridays when you didn't record.
Yes.
So this comes from Old Marine in Philadelphia.
What the fuck, dude?
Lots of
connections. We gotta take a visit to Philadelphia just to say we went.
I would love to go to Philly. They got an Andy Warhol museum there. That's where Tim and Vic are from, that area.
Right.
I would love to go. Get a cheesesteak, a real cheesesteak, kid.
Get some chicken bones.
Get some chicken bones and then get the hell out of there. Old Marine posted, I recently moved and I've been going through boxes, sorting and rearranging things for display cases. While sorting, I found this box of Soviet Army veteran tourists and commemorative pins. I thought I would post here to see if any of you guys remember this giveaway promotion. Anyways, it just kind of goes on. I mean, I guess this part's interesting. For 50 cents in proof of purchase, seal from a 12-pack of soda, they would send you a small plastic box with a few different random pieces. My son thought this was great. He kept doing it. None of what we got was all that fantastic or valuable, not surprising. Most of the packets included 2 or 3 Communist Party tourist or veterans pins, but occasionally some pretty interesting pieces showed up, including some actual Red Army and Navy insignia. So this is some of the stuff they got for free. And then I found another post from Reddit of this person who also was looking in there and wanted to show off their stuff. And it turns out this one's real weird because one of the things they would send you along with free stuff was a Mikhail Gorbachev press-on tattoo, like his birthmark that he had on his head.
Oh my God, dude.
So it's like, okay, that's a little weird.
What the fuck?
Yeah, very strange. Now you can look just
You
like
can
Gorby.
look just like Gorby. What the fuck?
Very weird. It's very strange. This is a very strange time. Life-size rub-on. I've had a few of those in my day. I'll tell you what. Yeah,
I can't stop doing it.
I would love to see the kid that went to school with this still on his forehead. And it's like, what? I'm looking like Mikhail Gorbachev. Isn't that cool? Weird
and it's
times.
Like, what do
man.
you have on your head, man?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'm looking like Mikhail Gorbachev. What are you doing?
It's this funny thing Barq sent me, and we're making fun of this guy's birthmark that he has on his head. Isn't that not funny? I think it's a birthmark, right? I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, it almost has to be.
There's
no way it isn't.
I don't know a ton about Mikhail Gorbachev.
But certainly.
I mean, I don't know that much, okay? Listen. All right? So that's Barq's. That one really got me. Gavin.
That's the strangest thing. I'm
Isn't
glad
that
you found
weird?
that. That is really interesting. I would have never would have seen that or done the digging to even find any more posts. But I'm glad that you found a forum post from 2019.
I was just baffled that it was even real, that I'd never heard of such a thing, because that just seems like something that... Because like I think of like... It was like a couple years ago when like root beer was the joke. You know, like mug was... Remember when mug root beer was the joke?
Yeah, mug versus Barq.
Yeah. And so I was just like, I can't believe this didn't get brought up during that time. Because that's...
And maybe it did, but like
it
it didn't get... Yeah, it didn't get the traction that the other stuff did, so...
You like root beer, right?
Yeah, usually it's like it's Sprite or root beer for my non caffeinated drinks.
Do you have a favorite root beer brand of the big ones? Don't say Fitz's, because nobody will know what the fuck we're talking about. Like Mug, I think of Mug, Barq's, and A&W.
Yeah, I do like A&W quite a bit. A&W, you know who has good root beer? And people on the West Coast and the East Coast may not know what the fuck I'm talking about. Culver's has really good root beer.
It's like their own root beer?
Yeah, it's like their own root beer.
Ooh, I've probably had that. I would imagine if I went... I've only been to Culver's a few times. I love Culver's. And I probably would have gotten that, and I'm sure it's good. I'm a Mug boy. I've always loved Mug. After that, it's Barq's, and then A&W for me. A&W just... I mean, when we went to the restaurant, that's honestly when any sort of love I had for A&W went off a cliff.
Yeah, and we went there quite a few times.
I went there once. I was a one and done.
I went there like 3 times just to see,
just to make sure,
and it was bad every time I went.
It's just not good. Do you want to announce this sad news? The last piece of food news that's really sad.
Yeah,
because it has to do with where you're at.
I can't believe it. You're telling me this now for the first time.
Blue Jean baby. Isn't that what plays in the background?
Yeah, that's what's playing in the background. What can I say? She led an amazing life. Hooters at the Mall of America is closing. After 33 years in business, they're closing. And I've been to the Mall of America twice since being up here.
Okay.
Quite a big mall. Very big mall. Great big mall. And there are quite a few restaurants in it. And to be honest with you, didn't even think of going. They're thinking. I didn't even think there was a Hooters there. It's so big.
So you didn't even see the Hooters?
No, I don't. I don't. It doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't ring a bell. And the hard part about all of this is, I mean, it's a big mall.
Yeah.
Maybe the women there, maybe they're also very big. Hooters.
Maybe.
And now those people are just out of a job. After 33
Yeah.
years, it's a shame.
I mean, I guess they could go work at Tilted Kilt.
Do you think they could go work at Rainforest Cafe
Oh, they could. Yeah, they could. They would fit right in.
or Bubba Gump Shrimp Co?
You want to see my gump?
Well, I think maybe they could go work at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
I think there isn't. I've never seen Forrest Gump. Have you seen Forrest Gump?
Yeah, several times.
Is there something where he jacks off? Is there a jacking off thing? Was that just a rumor I heard? Is this like
Actually, no, I take that back. Yeah, there's a scene where Jenny does jack him off, basically.
Oh, Jenny jacks him off. And who's
Yeah.
Jenny? That's like his friend?
Yeah, it's like his crush.
Oh, and she's like, let me help you out.
I don't remember exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure,
yeah.
yes, there is a scene.
I don't remember either. I've never seen the movie. I was just thinking, like, there's a tie-in with Jenny at Bubblegum. I don't know. I'm not saying that the waiters should jack anybody off, Gavin. I didn't say that. Gavin, I'm gonna show you. I got a little competition for you. I'm gonna show you several comedians. Okay. I'm gonna show you several comedians, and I want you to name. I want to see how many you can name. Okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to clarify that scene does exist. I did not hallucinate that. That
Well,
is a
I've
real
heard
scene.
people bring it up. That, so
yeah. That's a real scene. I didn't doubt you, but I'm just saying that that was there because you hadn't seen it before.
I was like, when you were trying to remember, I was like, maybe this is a lie. I heard like our Ace Ventura made up scene that we will never share.
Right. Well,
I was thinking
maybe a
about
lot of the Jim Carrey news. maybe we should have. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's just like one of those.
But anyway.
Yeah.
The title of the video, to confirm that this scene does exist, I looked up. The title of the video is Forrest touches Jenny and leaks semen, and it is live on YouTube. It's got 31,000 views, posted 7 years ago. Forrest Gump comes when touches Jenny's boobs.
Wait, so does she jack him off though? Or is that just what happens?
No, I think that's just what happens. He comes.
Oh, okay. He doesn't get jacked off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think the Hooters girls should just go work at Bubba Gump. Makes sense to me. They can all just be named Jenny, and it's like, "Hi, I'm Jenny." It's like, haha. Whoops.
Whoops, made you come.
We don't
At Bubba Gump.
I had a little pre-cum at Bubba Gump on a shirt.
Yeah. I went to Bubba Gump and all I got was semen all over my pants or something.
And it's got white splotches.
Yeah, it's got white splat.
That
only
cool.
comes out whenever you watch it.
That was your nickname in high school, wasn't it? White Splat?
That's right.
I think that's what people called you.
Yeah. That was the name of my band in high school.
What did your brother say he said you were the other night? You said something and you're like, "Oh, Gavin, you're really..."
Yeah, I was talking about keyboards. I was talking about how clacky they are.
Yeah,
how clacky they are. Yeah, how clacky the keyboards are. And he's like, he's like, they called you clacky in high school,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, yeah, that's right, they did.
And you, I think you were laughing.
That's a
at
real
it,
word, by the way, right? Clacky.
I think so.
Clacky.
I mean, I've definitely heard that word.
Yeah, clacky keyboard.
Just like your bones.
Right.
Very clacky. Gavin, I'm gonna show you a bunch of comedians. Look this up. I'm gonna show you a bunch of comedians. I want to see how many you can name in this.
You can also
30-second
sock
video.
a keyboard.
What'd you just say?
Anyway, yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Go.
Ready? All right, here we go.
Pee Wee Herman.
Paul Rubens.
And
And they're trying not to laugh in this video.
Josh
by the way.
Gad.
Reba McEntire. Sorry, I took that one.
Dave Bautista. This one is a different guy. I know her, Philomena Kunk.
What did you just say?
Philomena Kunk. She was. Golly, I don't know these people. I recognize.
Oh, there
her
she
too.
is. I don't know what that is. Oh, and there's him. Oh, he's also there. Oh, and then we start over again.
Yeah, this is a weird video.
Gavin sent our group chat this video, and it
Yeah.
comes from Twitter. I'll show the tweet here in just 1 second. Oh, I just lost my screen, I guess. I don't know what just happened. Sure, yeah. This is on Twitter, and it's a post from Radio Times. Who will be the first to crack a laugh, and who will keep a straight face the longest? Meet this year's legendary lineup of comedians spotlit across 12 covers as they compete to be the last one laughing. Last one laughing photograph. It goes on by Robert Wilson. When you sent this, it seemed like AI garbage because I was like, I don't know who any of these people are. Besides Jimmy Carr. Jimmy Carr? Yeah. Jimmy Carr, who's on the front. The rest of these people, I don't know. I went to the Post, not the movie, but the Radio Times article to read up who they were. And I was like, okay, don't know David Mitchell. And I was like, oh, like maybe they're in stuff I know. I do actually know of Peep Show.
Yeah.
But they're all British. So that's why we're like, who?
We're like, who the fuck are these guys?
Who are these?
What the fuck are they doing on my screen? Get them off.
Get them on here.
Yeah, so go back up.
This
Diane Morgan, she plays a character called Philomena Kunk. She's like a stupid. She does. It's a Netflix bit. It's really good.
Okay.
It is really well done. I think she does a fantastic job as this. But she basically dupes all. It's almost like a Sacha Baron Cohen.
Okay.
But she dupes like historians and like professors and asks some of the dumbest fucking questions about that time period to those professors.
I gotta see that. That sounds fucking awesome. Like legit,
Yeah, and,
genuinely,
like,
that sounds great.
It is great. It is honestly great. And I watched that entire thing, and it's fucking amazing. I
gotta watch that. When did you watch that?
Like 2022.
Okay, I'm gonna watch.
It's on
that.
Netflix.
And by the way, I just want to say, like, I don't. Oh, they're here. I'm not like I'm just showing that we don't know who these people are. These people might be great, and are great. Sounds like this Diane is great.
I was just saying
it's just funny that we don't recognize any of them.
Yeah,
like
I'm saying that like from a place of like this is actually someone I do recognize.
Yeah,
that's why I was giving that disclaimer of like this is who I know, how I know her.
I don't know Ramesh at all. Never heard of him. He's 47. And then we have Amy Gledhill, who I don't know. Maisie Adams, who I don't know.
Maisie Adams,
sorry. From the Big Fat Quiz, of course, Gavin. Oh, Big Fat Quiz of the Year. Oh, and A League of Their Own. Like the movie? Mock of the
Celebrity
Week.
Mastermind, Tipping Point.
Mock of the Week.
Sure.
This lady I actually do know because she was a co-host on the Great British Bake Off, so I think I've seen her before.
Yes. That's why I recognize her.
Then Alan Carr.
It's not Josh. It's not Josh Gad. It's Alan Carr.
Yeah, it's not Josh Gad. It's not Rohlf. Of course, from the Chatty Man Talk Show, which I know you're super familiar with. Chatty Man Talk Show, or Alan Carr's Epic Game Show, or Alan's Italian Job. I know we all remember that. And yeah, it's just more people I don't know any of these people. Bob Mortimer, I don't know. just people I don't know.
This is how it felt walking through Vegas whenever they were talking about their performers that they had at the casinos.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
yeah, it's like
these could be very, 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 very famous people, but I have no fucking idea who these people are at all.
That was how I felt. But they're trying not to laugh, you know. And
yeah, it was a very unsettling post, and everybody was really like, "This
People
has got to
hate
be AI."
Yeah, people.
And it's like, no, it's like AI was trained on these images like this.
Yeah, and it turns out that like it was a series of a bunch of photos that they did like stop motion, and it's like they added some weird motions onto it.
And like,
but
yeah,
it's
like
real.
It's real.
It's
the
real.
lighting and stuff is all strange too.
But it's like very clearly that they're doing like a fake
yeah.
laugh. It's like,
yeah. Okay,
just
now, okay, so for this picture, I want you to try to not laugh, right? So just imagine I said something really funny. Right. Imagine I said something.
But you didn't. You didn't say anything funny.
Right. So I want you to imagine I did say something funny.
Right.
And then I'm going to photograph you trying not to laugh.
Right. When are you going to do that?
Right now.
Am I supposed to not be laughing now?
So you're going to try not to laugh.
Got it. I'm doing it right now. Take the picture. Take the fucking picture. I'm
so
not
usually what people do is they bite their tongue or try not to laugh. Maybe, you know. Okay. Well,
take the picture.
Maybe next time.
Just take it already. Well, I think that'll about do it for that. And we can start wrapping up the episode. I just want to say, I'll just say this very briefly. I saw a movie called The Undertone. This is a very brief Carson Cinema Corner. Saw a movie.
I have seen this. Never mind. I just remembered it.
You've seen trailers?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. So this movie called The Undertone, I knew very little about it. Maybe I didn't even see a trailer. Honestly, really had no intention of seeing this. And then I just, as it always happens, you start seeing posts online and a lot of buzz about it, but it's like, that doesn't always mean anything. And then I get suckered into going to see it. I'm not really sure what to expect. I was also in kind of like a weird headspace yesterday where like I never really like woke up. So I was kind of like, I got to the theater and I was like, I don't really want to watch a horror movie right now, especially if it's really going to be that scary. And folks, let me tell you, this is one of, if not the scariest movies I've seen in my entire life. Now, I love this movie. I adore it. I don't think it's perfect. I think it has some flaws. And like I always compare movies to Hereditary because that's one of the scariest, if not the scariest movie of all time. But it's also an amazing movie, beautiful, very well acted, shot and everything. This is very well shot and pretty well acted, I would say. Just some like, I don't know, some story things that I had some problems with. Nothing like major, but oh my God, the tension building. If this doesn't win like every sound editing, sound effects, whatever award, I'm going to be pissed because this is the sound in this is what really sells it. Cause it's like, it's so intense and the way they build tension in this is incredible. There's like a few jump scares, but there's nothing like scary face jump scares. It's more just like like super loud sounds that are doing the jump scares. And there's scary imagery for sure, but it's like more of just the way this tension is building up this whole time. And it's all shot in one house. The budget was $500,000, which is nothing. And when you watch this, it's like better than any horror movie I've seen in the past 5 years. Like beautifully shot. They use so many different angles and shoot so many weird ways. And I mean weird in a good way. And oh my God, Gavin, I don't know if I was able to get a deep breath while I was watching this movie. I was so fucking terrified. I've never been that like, I felt like I was in the movie. I was in the house and I could not snap out of that until the movie was over. And thank God it was over because I was like, I want to go home. I want to get out of here. I'm so scared.
Of this house.
Dude, terrifying. Truly, truly terrifying. The whole thing is like these two characters have a paranormal. Is that how you say that word? Why does this? No, paranormal, like ghosts, right?
Yeah, paranormal.
That word sounds weird to say out loud right now. Paranormal podcast, and like that's kind of like the basis of it, and then it kind of just goes from there. I don't want to spoil anything else because I think you should just go into it knowing nothing. And Gavin, don't watch this. Don't go see this movie. Don't ruin your life or your night. But everybody else go see it. If you wanna absolutely have the shit scared out of you and be just terrified. And again, not like cheap thrills, jump scares, not like Conjuring. It's like it's the most dread I've ever felt while watching a movie, where I'm just like, holy fuck, I feel awful. But it's incredible when a movie can do that to you. I know people are like, not selling this great, but it's like when a movie makes you feel that emotion that extremely, it's like, it's unbelievable.
Right.
Crazy movie. Absolutely terrifying. Undertone, go see it if you can. One last thing we do every single week, we like to call Whatcha Listening To, where Gavin and I recommend a song, album, or artist to each other, to the audience of what we've been listening to this week. Gavin, what have you been listening to?
It's tough. Because I've been waking up so early in the morning and I am so worried about getting there on time, I just kind of get in my car and don't really put on music. But because it also it's kind of cold too still. And it's like
too cold for music.
It's tough. One thing that's come up a couple times, and I realize this as I'm looking at this list. Let's see. I think I have. You know what? I'll put. I'm listening to "In Transit" by Albert Hammond Jr. from 2006.
Okay, is this something I would know?
I don't think so.
Okay,
but he is the former guitarist, or was a guitarist at the Strokes, and you can really tell.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Nice.
You may know this song. I don't know.
Will play for me after. I almost recommended Zanzibar because you played it for me last week, and legitimately, that's the first Billy Joel song I've ever heard that I was like, whoa, this is really good. And I've listened to it a few times this week. I don't want to recommend the same thing, but I just wanted to say from last week that I love that song. I do want to recommend, however, Baby Keem's new album, Casino. I had never listened to Baby Keem before in my entire life.
Really?
Not on purpose. Like maybe it's come on before.
Yeah.
And I was in the gym. I put on like a Discover weekly playlist, and the song Casino off of the album Casino came on, and I was like, this is really good. Who is this? And I was like, oh, it's Baby Keem. I heard of Baby Keem, didn't know anything about him or heard his music, and I was like, this is really good. Listen to the whole album. It's not really my thing. It's not. Most of it's not really, meant for me. Not my thing, which is totally fine. It's not like bad or anything. The song Casino is great. The song House Money, which I'm almost 100% sure features Kendrick on it, but Kendrick's not credited. He's credited on the song before, but he's like, to me, he's like very obviously on this song. But so I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Those two songs are great. Again, not a bad album, just not for me. That's what I'm listening to this week.
Well, I'm glad that you listened to Zanzibar more, Carson.
I love it.
Really good song. I actually got so sick of it because I just kept playing it so fucking much. So I know that song really well now. Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds Podcast, episode 256. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing it. It is whatever you do to our episodes. Thank you for being here. Keep watching, keep listening. Carson.
Yeah, folks. We'll be back next week with maybe something special. You should just stay tuned. Trust me.